Shot Dayton, and we're here with the 2004 Nissan Sentra 1.8, and today we're going to be changing out the brakes and rotors. First thing we're going to do is lift and support the car on jack stands. Be right back. Alright, now that we have the vehicle jacked up and safely supported on jack stands, we're going to remove the wheels, which are a 13/16. I'm going to use my impact. If you didn't have power tools, you would break it while it was on the ground and then just loosen it. And place them up on the car. Now with all the wheels removed, we are going to remove the caliper and the caliper bracket. Be right back with the sizes that you need. All right, back we have the vehicle jacked up, the wheel removed, safely on jack stands. Now with the tools that you're going to need a C-clamp to push the caliper back. You're going to need a 14mm to remove the caliper, and you're going to need a 19mm to remove the caliper bracket. You're going to need, I'm using a 19 or a 13/16 to remove the wheel. I'm using my Milwaukee impact and my Milwaukee right angle. You'll need brake clean to clean up the brake hardware and the new rotor. You're going to need grease. I'm also going to include a brush and a flat blade screwdriver, and of course your brand new parts. So we have brake pads and hardware, and brand new Element 3 rotors. So be right back. We're going to start with removing the caliper. Alright, we're back. We're going to remove the bracket or the caliper, which is a 14mm. I use my 1/2 inch or right angle impact. Easy. Come up to the top one, move it. Easy. Of course, you can use hand tools for that. Support our bolts somewhere we know where they are. Mine should be loose. Just remove the caliper at this point. Remove the caliper. We're gonna set this up here on the strut, out of the way. Put that up there, hanging out the way like that. All right, now we're gonna want to get to those 19mm caliper bracket bolts. So let's see if our right angle impact will take this off. This is where you may need a breaker bar at. This is the 3/8 model. Let's see if it got what it takes. Alright, back. We're going to remove the caliper bracket bolts, which I said are 19mm. I use my Milwaukee impact to take these off. Oh, yeah, those are on there. One. And Might need some WD. This is just the extension on there. So we remove the caliper bracket, brake pads at the head, and it's just terrible. I've never changed it. It's needed it for a long time. See all the stretch fractures and grooves in it. So next we're going to clean up our hardware, or our caliper bracket rather. Y'all see the old brake pads as well. And I have a stuck caliper guide pin, which I'm gonna have to get unstuck. So give me some time, I'll come back and clean this up, and then we'll get to reinstalling the parts. Pretty straightforward. All right, back. I cleaned up the caliper bracket. I greased the caliper guide pins, not that one because that one's still stuck. And now we're gonna put on the brand new brake hardware. So we compare it to the new ones, or the old ones, and they are the same. A little bit different design, but they are the same. And there we go, clips right in like that. And for the other side, same thing, just like that. Make sure you take your time with these, get them right, even. Make sure they seat correctly. And once I got done cleaning up the caliper bracket, I put a little light coat of WD-40 to try to prevent rust on here. All right, so that's not sitting correctly. There we go. All right, now we're gonna install our new rotor and our brake pads, and we're pretty much done. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're about to reinstall the rotor. We're gonna go ahead and take some brake clean and a paper towel and clean the rotor. Make sure you clean the rotor because it comes with a rust preventative coating. Hit the back side, the hat. See how that? Flip it over. Spray it down. Wipe it down to get that protective oily coating off. Right there. All right. Now we're going to reinstall the rotor. If you want the rotor to stay perfectly, you can reinstall a lug nut once you put the rotor on. There. Brand new rotor. And we're going to grab a lug nut. And I'm going to tighten that all the way down to keep the rotor in place while I install the caliper bracket. And that should do. Now we're going to reinstall our caliper bracket and replace our brakes. All right, back. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the caliper bracket bolts, which are a 19mm. Good. Install number 2. I don't like the way that is, so I'm gonna throw just a little bit of just a tiny squeeze of WD. Just to prevent them threads from stripping. There we go. Still doesn't want to go all the way. Alright, now we're that down. Which I believe was a 19mm. I believe these are 100 foot-pounds. Double Uggas. And extension. Alright, those are tight. And now, I'm going to install our new brake pads. Don't forget the warning. The squealer goes on the inside. Normally on the bottom. Could be on the top, depends on your application. So I'm gonna go with the ones like this. And then we're gonna lube up our pins, our slide pin, where it moves at. Contact points there, 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 there. There. A little here. Try not to get none on your rotor, which I just did. I'm gonna reinstall our brake pads. This one on the outside, like so. All right, we have both of our brake pads installed. Now we're gonna push back the caliper. All right, we're pushing the caliper back. And then we're gonna reinstall the caliper and go ahead and do the other side. I'm not gonna be able to get the other side because I'm running out of memory. Don't forget, once you're done with your brakes and rotors, go in and push the brake, put the cap back on the reservoir, push the brake until it gets hard, and you're all done. Like I say, I appreciate everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos on the Nissan Sentra 1.8. All right, with the caliper pressed back, we're going to slide our brake pads over, push the guide pin back, twist it into its right spot. Same thing with the bottom, and we're gonna tighten it up. All right, we got it back. We're gonna tighten up these caliper bracket bolts, 14mm, and then we're gonna tighten up the wheel, and we're pretty much done.